Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be speaking about how design and architecture has changed for our clients. What they're asking for now in the last couple of years is different from 10 years ago. And so we're going to be speaking about these changes and why they are happening. So one thing we've seen is, especially in the architecture that's being requested from our clients, right? As you think about living in their homes, how they're being utilized, we're finding that a lot of our clients are working from home. This has become very common. So when you think about home office space, right? Having a space typically for spouses that they each have their own office if they're both working from home. And what has thrown another wrench in the system is now that a lot of their kids maybe still be doing online school or a portion of that. We're seeing clients that are pretty active with homeschool. As that's been more common, we're seeing clients that have maybe a hybrid system where their students are attending school like a public or private school for half the day and then half of their work online, and then they still have sports and so forth. And so what ends up happening is throughout the workday, on a normal Monday through Friday, we have a desperate need from our clients to have these individual workspaces or work zones. And you think about these individual spaces. Now, whether this is a hybrid and we're designing part of the bedroom to have not only just a sleeping space, but also maybe a mini office space. So in that way, the child or student can do work in the room as well as still have their own space. So if they're on a Zoom call or doing an online meeting with their teacher and classmates, that they still have something that's at least designed somewhat normal, so it doesn't look like they're staring into their bedroom. And it's very common for our clients as well that are working at home that the spouses have their own workspace, and this is becoming more common. You know, something that we had got away from 10 years ago was doing a lot of home offices. They weren't really used very often, whereas now every home that we're doing has at least one office, and they're being used very frequently. And in many cases, clients are looking for two spaces. And again, going back to the hybrid model, we're seeing this in a wide variation of design. It all depends on size of home and layout, and again, what we're locked into from the property side. But we're seeing that on occasion we'll have off of the primary closet, we'll have an office. We'll have it maybe again the hybrid of the primary bedroom, we'll have a little office. Sometimes a whole dedicated space with a separate entrance, especially if they have clientele coming into their home, which is their home office or business. They have a separate entrance, and then the whole landscape is designed around that, and that's becoming more common. And again, when there's a double need, sometimes we'll have a bigger office depending on which of the partners is spending more time in the office, and maybe a smaller one for someone that's maybe inside and out of a couple days a week at the work office and maybe a couple days at home. So something to think about is how our clients live. This is a really important conversation as we're going through design. When a client's thinking about building a house, again, those steps are really important to consult with your builder, your architect and designer. Think about your career, think about your aspirations and how you live day to day. How are you working? How, if you have children, you know, how are they operating? And then how can you incorporate these designs to still maximize square footage, be a benefit to the overall design, and then not take away from each dedicated space for each person. So again, have those discussions. It's been very beneficial for us as we discover this with our clients and are laying out the home accordingly.